Well, everyone, you might be trying to figure out what the differences are between the AirPods 4th generation and the AirPod Pros 1. Now, number one, the very first thing to keep in mind is that the AirPods, 4th generation are supposed to be these cheaper types of AirPods. There's definitely going to be some key differences between the AirPods 4s and the AirPods Pros. But keep in mind the AirPods Pros 1s came out all the way back in 2019. So those AirPods are already like 5 years old as of this point, whereas on the AirPods 4s, these are the latest and greatest ones. So kind of keep that in mind. We're also comparing the basic AirPods 4s. There's also a model that has, essentially the active noise cancellation. Those are not the models I'll be talking about, but you can buy those ones if you want to for about a little bit more expensive. Not that much more, maybe like $50 more, but just kind of keep that in mind. But if at any point you want to pick up these particular AirPods, links will be down in the description. You can get them from there and you can help support the channel at the exact same time. Now, starting off with the outside of these AirPods 4th generation are pretty good AirPods. They kind of have the same type of, layout for the most part. So no matter which type of AirPods you're basically going to be buying, it's relatively around the same type of layout. So with the AirPods 4s, these are giving you the standard type of, glossy case. It looks pretty good. Don't really have too many complaints about from that particular perspective. And I do think they're pretty good looking AirPods. With the AirPods Pros, you are essentially getting the same type of layout. It's just they're wider AirPods. So the case is just wider. You're also getting the LED light on the front of both of them. They both support wireless charging. The AirPods 4 actually support wireless charging from the Apple Watch charger, which is actually pretty insane. I would say a big advantage for the AirPods 4s though is that it does take USB-C. I think there was a model of the AirPods 4s that had USB-C, but either way you had to get a separate case for it and they didn't come natively within the box. So that right there might be one, just minor thing to kind of keep in mind there from that perspective. I'd probably say also when it comes down to the whole entire other side, like the back side of the case, there is a button on the back of the AirPods Pros 1, whereas on the AirPods 4s, there's no back button. So that's kind of just an interesting thing kind of going on there. When you open these things up and you are actually looking at the actual tips of these AirPods, the interesting thing is that the AirPods 4s don't have those ear tips inside, but they're still fairly big headphones. The AirPods Pros do give you those tips. So you can interchange those tips out and kind of do other things with them, which I think is actually something that's really cool. So you do have that type of capability on the AirPods 4s. So you do have that type of capability on the AirPods Pros 2s, where the AirPods 4s aren't really giving you that type of capability from that side. So I would probably say overall, when you're looking on the outside of both these particular devices, they're both very good. I don't really have too many things to complain about here for the most part. But if I am going to go through and pick up a device, it pretty much in almost every single way is going to be something like the AirPods, like the AirPods Pros ones. I think those ones are probably the better ones when it kind of comes down to it. So from that side, that kind of covers it up there too. Now on top of that, some other big things to keep in mind here as well is the fact that between both, you're pretty much getting pretty solid experience, from both when it comes down to the music listening capability. They both have, noise cancellation and different things like that. With the AirPods 4s, you are getting basically Hey Siri support, which is nice. You're getting, your voice isolation feature, which is really cool. And you're getting a little bit of a better chipset, but the AirPods Pros 1s are still very, very good as well. The thing I like about these AirPods, Pros 1s is that they fit better in the ear for me than the AirPods 4s. AirPods Pros were never really my favorite things to fit in my ear. I think the AirPods, first generation and second generation will be better for me. But it's interesting because now that I've used the AirPods 4s, it's made me appreciate the AirPods Pros 1s and AirPods Pros 2s a lot more. So from that side, that is kind of another very big thing to kind of keep in mind there as well. So from that side, if you're talking about sheer listening capability and comfortability, I definitely do think something like the AirPods 4s probably aren't going to be as comfortable to me personally as something like the AirPods Pros 1s. On top of that, because of the situation that we're in right now, there's not really a way, at least in the brand new market from Apple, to buy AirPods Pros 1s. You pretty much have to buy the AirPods 4s, or if you do want the ability of, getting the AirPods Pros 1s, you have to go inside of the used market. So that can be kind of a disadvantage for some people. Like that might be annoying, and some people may not feel comfortable buying used AirPods, and I totally get that. So in that case, really it's just the AirPods 4s that are kind of your only option here. So in my personal opinion, if I'm going to go through and pick up a pair of AirPods, I'm pretty much looking at the AirPods 4s as probably being the main option here. They're only $130, they're not too expensive, and they're fairly good type of AirPods when it comes down to it. So that is something that I really do like a lot about those types of devices. But like I said, if you are in the market and you're going to go through and pick up a certain, set of AirPods, it probably is going to be something like the AirPods 4s that are better for you. But I personally do like the AirPods Pros 1s, and I would probably pick those up over the AirPods 4s. So in terms of that kind of covers it up there for the most part. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.